Alright, my name is Tevin Stokes. I've been gaming ever since I was like maybe about 5. I started off playing like Sonic, of course, Sonic, Mario. As time went on, I basically got into fighting games, and that's kind of where things took its turn as far as like playing the games competitively. So my first fighting game I really started playing was Street Fighter 4. I played that for maybe about almost a year. My first tournament was a Melee tournament, Smash Melee. It was at my school. I went there and I won. Granted, it wasn't like the Smash Melee that we know now with a whole bunch of wave dancing, dashing and canceling and all that complicated stuff. It was very like casual. I won that. That was my first tournament. I played Fox. He was my boy back in the day, and yeah, that was pretty much my first tournament experience. It was pretty cool. I think I won like MP3 player or something like that. I studied the footage from the Invitational. Nintendo had an Invitational for Pokken, and they had like different players from fighting games and stuff. I think they had professional players from other games, but I pretty much studied how the game was played, how it was played competitively. I tried to find out what was safe and whatnot, and I basically just studied that footage. Maybe like, I found out about the tournament kind of late. It was on the 27th, and I maybe found out on the 24th or something like that. And from that point on, I just started watching the videos. Yeah, I started watching the videos from there. And actually, the main obstacle was really getting off of work because it was so late. So with that being said, I ended up having to pay $70 in total to get off work. But that's dedication and paid off. Smash Bros. I learned so much from Smash Bros that I think I can apply to any game just from Smash Bros. And I want to shout out Fatality of Captain Falcon player. He was the one that kind of I would ask him for advice, and he would actually give me advice. And basically, he gave me one piece of advice that just kind of opened my mind up, and I was aware of certain things from that point on. And I just kind of build myself up from that. So definitely Smash 4.
What type of advice did he give you?
He told me, this is exactly what he said. He says, watch what your opponent does after hit stun. So basically what that means is once you hit someone, watch what options that they choose. Now, as a casual player or coming from a casual background, I wasn't even thinking about things like that. You know what I mean? But that psychological aspect of like actually watching what people do, in certain situations, I was able to, that was like the building block, that was like foundation for me. And I started building from that. And I started asking realizing that fighting is like a pattern. And I noticed the same pattern each and every time. It's like everything's a situation, and what's the optimal option for each situation? How does my opponent react after this? How do I react after this, that? And this is like, I just learned how to adapt just from that one piece of advice. So that's pretty much what kind of started it. I remember back in the Smash days, I was thinking like, man, I hope I win. And it came like, I thought about it, it's not even about hope. It's like, I try to fill hope with skill. That's it. I don't want to have to hope. I want to just like, I know what to do, this is what I'm going to do, and then this is how it's going to turn out. So if you did what you were supposed to do, you'll win. If you didn't, if you didn't do enough, then the other person will win. And that's what I like about, fighting. So as far as back to the question, I mean, I wouldn't say I deserve it. I just say I went through what I had to go through for me to, pull through. I'll just say that. Alright, so the character I played with for the Pokken Tournament was Charizard.
Yes, indeed. So I played Charizard because when I was studying the videos, I seen NYC Fab. He was playing with Charizard, and he was playing in a way that was similar to my style from Smash Bros. So I felt like me and Charizard would probably have like some synergies, especially if no one's played the game, and I needed something I was familiar with like now, you know. So basically, I also, you know, Charizard is one of my favorite Pokemon. Ever since I was a child, so I was just like, you know, why not? And honestly, I wanted to play Charizard in Smash Bros, but I didn't because he was kind of, you know, I didn't really like the way he played in that game. So I was able to play Charizard in a way I think he should have been in Smash Bros. So it was, yeah, it just was common sense to me, no brainer. There was a video showing all Charizard's move lists and how to do them. I did that. I practiced them in the actual training session, and then for the match I was able to actually apply it.
I finally got to my last round, and the guy was smart. He was a competent player, I could tell. So luckily, I learned all the buttons I needed to learn to pretty much be able to adapt to him, because he played as Pikachu, right? So I was fighting this guy, and like he started off like giving me the work. I was like, okay. At the end of the day, Tevin, he's pressing buttons. So I just pretty much dumbed that down to that. So pretty much in the game, you have something called like a block attack. It's kind of like Street Fighter 4's focus attack. So I pretty much did that to stop him from overwhelming me, right? So once I did that, he started respecting my space, and I was like, okay, now that you're still, I'm gonna start firing you up. Flamethrower the mess out of him, okay? Start flamethrowing him. But then he adapted. He's like, okay, so you're gonna flamethrower me. I'm gonna start doing thunder. So Pikachu kind of has like the thunder like that he has on Smash Brothers, but it actually homes in on you. So what I would do, I would jump, and then he would pretty much shock me out of the sky. And he did that to me like twice or 3 times. And I was like, goodness. So I think the first round he ended up winning, and then the second round I won. Now it was two out of 3s for the grand finals, right? So I beat him when he played with Pikachu, and then the second round starts, or the second game set starts, right? And he plays as Chandelure. Now when he made the switch, I was like, okay, like if he switched, that's not good. That's not good for him, because the game just came out. Like, how much better could you be with another character? So the third round happened. I really just got in one time. He lets me get in, and he couldn't get me out, and I won. So that was pretty much it. And then after I won, I felt kind of numb, like, oh snap, like I actually won, you know what I mean? And I showed the guy some love, and after that, and I was just like happy. And then, you know, right after that, my little brother had to play his matches, and I just kind of coached him and another Smash player. His name was Wrath, and I coached those two. And that's pretty much it. So that's kind of the tournament was ran. What I love is as you get better and better in fighting games, you start to see things in your life actually matters in the actual fight. The things you believe in, everything. So I was in a very closed mindset. You know, I used to make excuses and but you know, as I was playing and got, you know, getting better, I started realizing everything I believed in actually mattered. So if I would say, oh, well, this is broken or that is broken, like my mind stops trying to figure out solutions to, you know, to the problem. And so as I got better, I started maturing mentally, you know what I mean? Like, stop making excuses, like just started being more proactive and not being a victim of everything, you know what I mean? And that's what I love about fighting. It takes, you know, at the higher level you get, you know, the more, how can I explain, like you develop as a person. And I love like the fighting, the back and forth of it. You know, this person chooses this option, so I'm gonna choose that. I'm gonna do this. So I know, you know, he'll do this later. Or, you know, it's like a whole bunch of little traps and stuff like that. And, you know, I really love just like growing from it all. So that's pretty much, you know, what I love about fighting. It's really the back and forth and how it evolves throughout the, you know, the match, basically. And that goes back to life, you know, like, you kind of know what to do. Is either you're going to spend the time and actually work on your weakness so you can get to the next level, or you can just ignore that and do whatever else, whether that be distractions, whatever else, you know what I mean? So that's what fighting games taught me, more so like, okay, once I learn what I have to do, just try to apply that as soon as possible. So that's what something I can take from fighting games that I can apply to my everyday life. So yeah, and I feel like just understand this, you're gonna lose a lot before you win. It'll probably be very rare you just go to your first tournament and win, unless the game is new or something like that. But you're gonna lose a lot before you win. So what I would tell you is, if you wanna win fast, quickly, what you have to do is work on all your weaknesses at first, okay? I mean, don't just try to learn the cool stuff of the game and all that. So I mean, learn matchups, learn what your character can do against certain bad matchups or certain moves that other characters have, so you can pretty much, you know, get around that. You know, the difference between like the top player and the you know, lower player is that, you know, top players, they really kind of find solutions to problems quickly and they implement it. So no matter who they fight in the tournament, they pretty much have an answer for that matchup, you know what I mean? Whereas like other players, they just like, oh, I don't know the matchup, so I guess I'm gonna lose, you know what I mean? So that's something I would tell anyone. Learn the game mechanics, but more importantly, when you get to that level, learn the matchups. They're very important. That is what's gonna keep you consistently winning in tournaments. You want consistency. You don't wanna just win sometimes. You don't wanna run into that one player that you don't know what to do. Just be consistent, you know, learn everything. So I have on Facebook, my name is Tevin Stokes. You'll see a picture of my character, Roulette. I have my Vine, it's Tevin Dooley-Rah, so Tevin, Tevin Doolyrah. Alright, Tevin Dooley-Rah on my Vine. Also, my Twitter is Tevin Dooley-Rah. I have YouTube, which is Tevin Wow, Tevin WOW. So Roulette's my character I'm working on. You can check him out. I have a Facebook page. It's called Roulette Gauntlets. You can look at it. You can look that up on Facebook. You can also on my page. I have him on there. My name is Tevin Stokes, so you can look me up on Facebook. That is about it. That's about it.